All of you, welcome back once again. In this video, I'll show you how you can do the final code setup of our decentralized voting DApp. So in this video, I have already explained what are the feature and functionality we have included. So make sure to watch this video till then. You will understand every single thing we have included and how you have to do the setup. But one student is facing a problem. That's why I'm making this re-recording in which I will show you how you have to do the final code setup. So I have already downloaded the final code. When you will download the final source code, you will get the zip file. So make sure to extract this zip file and you will get this particular folder in which you will have this three folder: starter file, complete source code, and this is the template which I have explained extensively in this particular video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you have to do the final code setup, which we have inside this particular folder. So this is the complete folder with all the feature we have included. So what I have to do is I'm going to simply close this one. I'm going to open my VS Code and I will come back here, open. I'll go back to desktop and I have this particular folder. I'll simply open this one. And this is the complete source code of this particular project. So simply hold it and drag and drop in our VS Code. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough of the folder and file structure we have designed for this particular project and what are the setup you have to do to execute this particular final source code. So the very first folder you will find in this particular project is the component in which we have all the component we have designed for different pages. So that's all you can check. Make sure to watch that video. You will have the understanding that what are the feature we have included. So this is a complete component. Here we have the context in which you will have this constant. You will have this context and here we have the ABI of our smart contract, which I will explain you in detail. The next one we have is the contract. So this is the huge contract we have written for our decentralized voting DApp, which you can see. This is the huge contract we have. Close this one. The next one we have is the pages. So we have multiple pages in our application. This is the app.js, which is the global configuration: about us, all voter, approve voter, candidate, contact, index, legal docs, over honor, privacy policy, register candidate, register voter, roadmap, support, team condition, update voter, voter details, and voter. So we have so many pages. Simply close this one, close this one. The next one we have is the public, in which we have the assets, the CSS file, the images. Just keep it as it is. You don't need to make any changes. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do and where you have to do. The next one we have is the script. This is our deploy script, which is going to deploy our smart contract. So let's remove this one because I have done a couple of optimization. So this is the deploy script we have. Close this one. The next one we have is the CSS file. So this is the entire CSS we have written. Just keep it as it is. Close this one. Now we have the utility file. There you will find the utility models for the address and the time. Just keep it as it is. The next one we have is this environment variable. So all the changes which you have to do in the project in the environment variable. So come back here in our .env file environment variable, and here you have to provide the details. You need to provide the RPC URL of the blockchain where we're going to deploy our smart contract. So I'm going to deploy to Ethereum Hostgate network, and I want you to deploy in the same network. After that, you can do the experiment from your end. Here you have to provide your wallet private key, which you're going to use for deploying the contract. So we're going to get it together. Simply close this one. And the next one we have is the local environment variable. And here you have to provide your contract address. You have to provide your wallet address, which you're going to use for deploying the contract. And the same wallet private key you have to provide here, which we're going to use it for deployment. So this is the two things. Then you have to get your own Pinata API key and secret key for uploading the document to the IPFS. And you have to get your own RPC URL, which we're going to provide right up here. So all the changes we have to do right up here in the environment variable. So we're going to deploy our contract to Ethereum test network host Clay. But in this particular video, I've explained every single setup. So make sure to follow this video and do the exact setup the way I'm doing. After that, do the experiment. Got it? So this is our environment variable. The next one we have is the code setup. Here I have given all the important links which you have to know. So this is the video which I'm recording. That's what I'm going to attach here. So you can simply follow and you can do the setup of the final source code. This is the entire timestamp I have given. And if you want to deploy this particular project to Hostinger, you will get 75% discount. You can simply use this particular URL. And if you have any question, any doubt, you can simply shoot an email, provide the relevant information about the project, so I can tell you what wrong you are doing. But as long as you follow this video correctly till the end, everything would be working absolutely fine. Now we have the Hardhat setup. So I have already explained that how you have to do the testing of this particular source code in the Hardhat environment in that particular video. So I would highly encourage you to watch this video till then. You will understand every single thing. So that's the Hardhat setup. So if you are using Hardhat, this particular node version is absolutely must. When you go to deploy the smart contract using Hardhat, this one is going to be the admin of the contract. And you can use only the account which is provided by Hardhat. So if I come back to Hardhat account, here you will find all the account which Hardhat will give you. And when you will test in the local environment, each account will have 10,000 fake it. So if you're testing on local, this is the private key of the admin. So this will become the admin of the contract. This is going to be a private key. You can simply import in your MetaMask. But in this, I'm going to deploy to the actual test network. Okay. So close this one. Here we have the Hardhat config file. So this is for the local testing. And here we have the hostly test network. So this is the network where I'm going to deploy. And we have this next config package.json file. And here we have the readme file, which you can have a look. So this is the entire folder file structure. I hope this is clear to all of you guys. Now, there are a couple of things we have to have in our system before we actually do the installation. First thing, we have to use this particular node version. This particular node version is absolutely must because we're going to use Hardhat for deployment of the contract. And currently Hardhat is not compatible with the latest node version. So this one we have to have in our system. So what I will do, first I'll get the environment variable. So come back here and here we have to get our RPC URL and private key of our wallet. So here I've given you this particular URL. You can simply copy or you can simply come back, open a new type AR NK RPC and you will find this very first link. Click here. And this one is a very powerful website which will give you the RPC endpoint for different blockchain. So make sure to test where the way I'm testing in this particular network. After that, do the experiment if you want to test on different network. So come back to the chain list and there you will find the networks which is available at the moment here. We are interested on Ethereum. Click here and make sure to create your account and log in, because if you don't create your account, you're not able to use it. So make sure to create your account and log in. After that, you will come back here, click on this copy endpoint, click on the test network, and we are interested in hostclick. So simply copy this one, and that's what you have to provide here. That's the first thing. The same thing you have to provide here in the RPC URL. So done with the network. That's the first thing. Now you have to get your wallet private key, which we're going to use for deploying the contract. So if I come back here and if I simply open this one, and you will find that I'm going to use account number 6. So these 3 accounts which you can see is my actual account. So all the account which you will get from Hardhat, all of this account you can see which is the Hardhat account, and you cannot use this on the actual test network. You can only use this in the local environment. And in the local environment, you cannot use the actual wallet addresses. So that's the thing. That's the first thing you have to keep in mind. This wallet you can use on the actual test network, not in the local test network. When it's come to testing on locally, which we have done in this particular video, we have used this particular account. Okay. So this is clear to all of you guys. Now I can come back here and I will click on MetaMask and I'm going to use this account number 3 for deploying my contract. So I'll simply copy the address and that's what I'm going to provide here. So first I will provide on my local. So this is going to be my admin and I have to get the private key of this particular account. So to get the private key, all I have to do is to click on this 3 dot and I can go back to account details. Here I have this show private key. I'll give my password and I'll press on hold. You should not share your private key with anyone else. If someone will know your private key, they will steal your funds. So let me quickly. So finally I have copied my private key of account number 3 and this will become the admin because this is the account I'm going to use for deploying the contract. And you can see I have enough fund in my wallet address. So first thing I have to paste my private key here. So finally, I have pasted my private key in the environment variable and I have got my wallet address, which I'm going to deploy my contract. So now what I have to do is, I guess you don't have any fund in your wallet address. If you don't have any fund, you can use Google Web3 Cloud. So you simply come here, type Google Web3 Cloud. It's a really powerful platform which allow you to give you the faucet for different blockchains. So click on the very first link and you will come back to the Google faucet. You can click on the network section and here you will find bunch of network is available, but we are interested in hostclaim Ethereum. So click here and you can simply come back here and you can simply copy your wallet address and that's what you can paste and click on this receive. And it's going to make a call and you're going to have faucet in your wallet. You can see I have already done the faucet and I have to wait for 24 hours. Then I can able to make a second call. That's why you can see I have so much fund available. And if you want to mine your own faucet, you can make sure to watch this video in which I have explained that how you can get more faucet rather than only having one. You can mine more. So make sure to watch this video. So that's the first thing. And some of you will not have this hostly network in your MetaMask. So if I show you, I have already done the configuration of this particular network. I have given the name, I have given the RPC URL, I have given the chain ID, I have given the ETH, and I have given the Explore URL. But in your case, you might don't have this particular network. So what I will do, I'll simply delete this network to show you. So I'll simply come back here and delete. So right now you will find this network is no longer available. So I have to add this network manually. So to add it, I can click here. I can give the name. So I'll say hostly That's the name. I have to add the RPC URL. So remember, this is the RPC URL we have copied. Make sure you have to get your own RPC URL. And that's what I will click here and paste here. Click on add URL. So I have added the URL. Now I have to add the chain ID. So hostly network chain ID is 17,000. Now I have to give the symbol, which is ETH, and I have to give the RPC URL. So this particular network RPC URL, explore URL, sorry, you can come back here in the constants, go back here, and you will find that I have already done the network configuration. So all you have to do is to simply get this one. This is the explore URL, and that's what you can provide here. Let's click here, paste, and that's how you can fill out all of these details. Make sure to get your own RPC URL and click on save. Once you will save, this network will be added successfully. Now you can click here, and now you can switch back to the hostly. Click here, hostly, and you are connected. It will fetch out the balance and it will reflect how much balance you have. So I have enough balance. I hope you know how to do the network configuration in your MetaMask. That part is clear. We are using this particular account. We got the wallet address and we got the private key. That's what we have provided. Now we can come back here. Now let's close this one, and we got our wallet address. We got our RPC URL. Now you have to get your Pinata API key and secret key, and that's what you have to provide. So make sure to simply copy this particular URL. Come back here. Let's close this one. Open a new tab. Hit enter. So Pinata is a really powerful platform which allow you to get your own API key and secret key, which you can use to deploy the document to the IPFS. So make sure to create your account, verify your account. So when you will create your account for the very first time, it will take up to like 5 to 6 hours to get fully activated. So I already have my account, so I will simply log in straight away. And I will come back to my dashboard, and then you will find all the files which I have uploaded. That's all is reflecting here. So to create API key, all you can do is click on this API key. You will come back to the API key section, and then you will find all the API key which you have generated. So to create a new one, click here and let's call this voting. You can call whatever you want. I want to have the access of all of this feature which they are providing. So click on this create, and it's going to create me my project, the API key and secret key. So I'll simply copy, and that's what I'm going to provide here. So this one is my API key. Now I have to give my secret key. So this one is the secret key. Simply copy, and that's what I have to provide here. So what are the things I have got? Let me repeat one more time. So I have got my wallet address, API key, I got the secret key, I got my RPC URL. This is the network I'm deploying. This is the name. You can change this name to whatever you want. Now, the only thing is left is our contract. So now we are ready to deploy our contract because we have provided the private key, RPC URL. That's what we have. Now, I'm going to simply close this one, close this one. Now, we have to simply open up our terminal. And there are a couple of requirements. So we are using Hardhat in our project. So we have to use a specific node version. So if I come back here, type node-v, I have the latest node version, and this will not work. I have to downgrade my node version. Then I have to install the packages. So to downgrade my node version, I have already installed nvm-v. So you can simply watch this video in which I have explained extensively that how you have to do how to downgrade or upgrade your node version. So you can come back to the readme file. There you will find that here I have this particular video. So make sure to watch this video. Watch this video in which I have explained that if you are using Mac, how you have to downgrade in Mac, and if you are using Windows, make sure to read the documentation which I have explained extensively. But I have already installed NVM in my system, so I can easily able to upgrade and downgrade my node version. Perfect. Now what I will do, I'll simply come back here. It's a 70. We have to install this particular version. So I have NVM installed. Now what I will do, I'm going to simply downgrade my node version. I'll say nvm use 18.17.1. Make sure you should have this particular version. So I have downgraded my node version. If I show you one more time, I got this required version. Close this one. Now, the moment I will close this one, the moment I will delete this terminal, you will find that our node version will come back to default. So if I show you my node version once again, I got this default, and this is the default behavior of VS Code. You might have the same configuration in your system. So you should always check what node version you have in your current open terminal. So I have this one. I'm going to simply downgrade to the required one. I got it. Now I can check it one more time. You can see I have the required one. Now I can install the packages. So first, you make sure you have the required node version. After that, you have to do the installation of the package. So type npm I, and it's going to do the installation of the packages. So this might take a little bit time. So just wait. Once the installation of the project will get completed, you will find that we'll have our node modules in which we'll have all the packages of our project. Finally, it got started and we are installing the packages. You can see that we got a couple of depreciated. So we are focusing on stability. So no matter after how many years you are building, after 5 years or 10 years, as long as you will have the required version, every single thing will be working fine. So we are focusing on stability. Simply ignore this one. There's no problem in that. We are focusing on stability and we are using the combination of old and new package for providing the better secure system. So let's clear our terminal. We have done the installation of the packages and we have this node module. Got it? Now I'm going to simply minimize this one. Don't delete, minimize this one. And you will find that here we have bunch of command. So we're going to deploy our contract to hostly. That's the configuration we have done. So this is the script we have to execute. Simply copy this one. Now close this one, open up your terminal, type, check your node version. I have the same one. Now I will type npm run deploy. This is what I have because we are deploying to hostly, the Ethereum test network. And we have done the configuration here as well, hostly. And this data is coming from our environment variable, which we have provided. So all you have to do is to simply hit command. When you will hit enter, it's going to compile the contract and it will generate the artifact and that will have the ABI of our contract. So just wait, the deployment is happening. So finally, we have compiled our contract and you will get this artifact. Inside that, you will have the contract and here we have our ABI. So here we have the ABI. All you have to do is to simply drag and drop here in the context. So call it move and call it replace. So you should always get the latest ABI. Whenever you will deploy the contract, it's going to compile it and you will get our updated API. So that's what we have provided. That's the first thing. And just a moment, it's taking a little bit time because this time we are deploying our contract to the actual test network. So just wait. Once the deployment will get complete, you will get the address of the contract, which we have to provide in our environment variable. Provide in our environment variable. So let's come back here. You can see finally our contract got deployed successfully. Finally, we have deployed our contract. You can simply copy and that's what you can paste here. And now if you want to check, you can simply come back here, type ether scan and you can click here. You can go back to hostly and you can paste the address to check that our contract is deployed successfully. Sometime it will take a little bit time. Sometime this network where we are deploying the contract is in maintenance mode. So you should always check. You will get a notification that it's in the maintenance mode. So you can simply try a different network. You can test in the local environment using Hardhat, which I have explained extensively in this video. Okay. So we got our addresses. Now I'll simply minimize this one and you can see, check one more time that every single thing is there. Contract address, we got the addresses, keys, everything is good. Now we are ready to start our application. So come back here and all we have to do is to simply execute this particular command. Open up terminal, type npm run dev and it will start our development environment. Now I'm going to simply copy this. I'm going to minimize this one. Now I can come back here. I'll simply close this one, open a new tab and paste the URL here. And here you will find that our application got started and it will open this pop-up model by default. So click on confirm and you are connected with the application. Now you can see you are here. So I'm connected with the admin account. And you can see all of these three accounts in my actual account. So in your case, you can have own one wallet or you can have two wallet. If you want to create more wallet, you can simply click on this and you can click on this Ethereum account and you can call it 4 and you can click on add. So it will generate another void address for you, which you can use it for testing. So I would highly encourage you to watch this video where I have explained all the conditions that how you can register voter, how you can register candidates. So try to understand this one, okay? In this video, I'm just showing you the setup part of this particular final source code and how you can deploy it to the actual test network. You can see I've created an account. I can come back here, and you can generate more account. Got it? You can click here, and you can give a name to 4 and you can click generate and it's going to generate an account. I already have 3, so that's why it's taking a little bit time, but I have 3, which is enough. So I'll simply close this one. And just a moment, I'll simply come back here and open them one more time. So I have used this one and this is the admin account. And this has the power to register the candidate and the voters. Got it? Because that's how the system we have in the real world. There is election commission who allow the voters and the register the candidates so they can give vote. So I can simply register myself as a voter or the candidate. So I'll come back here. I'll click on this candidate. I'll come back here and you will find that here I have all of these details which I have to provide. So let's call this, I'll say the chain coders. I can simply make sure to provide the proper details. I'll provide the same details right up here. Got it? Let's give this all details. Affiliated ID, because In real world election, there is a lot of data need to be provided, like the proof address, the ID, and that's all I've explained. Here user has to upload the profile picture and the PDF. So first upload the PDF. After that, upload the profile picture. So I'll come back here. I'll upload the PDF first. So it will take a little bit time because it's a big file. So first upload the PDF. So just a moment. Finally, we have uploaded and you can able to have the preview. So that's what you will have. You can see our profile picture is not there because we have to upload it. So click here and I'm going to simply upload my profile picture, and let's click one more time and you will find that it will upload, and here we have it. So we have provided all of these details. So I have provided all of these details is fill out. Now you can click here, click on register. You can click on register. You're going to make a call, and here we are making the transaction. We are calling our contract. Click on confirm, and the transaction in the process. Just a moment, you can click on this and you can able to have a look that the transaction is happening. Right now we are doing the testing and calling the contract transaction on the actual test network. So it will take a little bit time. You have to wait. Once the transaction will complete, this data would be registered in our smart contract and it will be reflecting there. So here it's taking a little bit time. And finally the transaction got completed. It took around 45 seconds. Once the transaction would completed, you will find that here we are got it. So we are redirect to the register candidate, and right now this is pending, which I've already explained. You can click here, and I'm the admin of the contract because this is the account which I have used for deployment. So I have the control to verify and approve this candidate. So here I can simply, if I want to update, because I have registered myself. So if I want to update my document, I can click here and it will come back here and I can able to provide all of these details and I can simply update my document one more time. But I don't want to update. I can simply say that your account is approved. So I'll simply come back here and I can get some document data, and that's what I can provide. That you can give your message. If you want to approve, you can give the approval message that your approval is done, or if you want to reject, you can give the appropriate message that whether it's rejected. So I'll simply click on approve. It's going to make a call to our smart contract, and let's click on this confirm, and you will find that we have provided all the document which is reflecting absolutely fine. So just wait, the transaction in the process. Once the transaction will get complete, you will find this particular candidate got approved, and when the election will start, user can able to give the vote. So I would highly encourage you to watch this video. This will help you to understand the entire architecture. In this video, I'm just showing you the final code setup. So here it's taking a little bit time, just a moment. Still the transaction in the pending, and finally the transaction is completed and this user is approved successfully. So we are redirect to the approved page, and here we are. Looks absolutely fine. So that's how you can able to control. You can come back to the owner, and I'm connected with the admin account. You can able to see I'm can able to control, start that, end that. I can provide a new address. I can change the ownership. I can reset the contract. That's all I have explained. If I come back here and if I go back to account number 2, I can give a reload and you will find that I'm right up here. I can click back to I can register myself as a voter. So I'll simply come back here, can provide all of this detail, and I can register myself as a voter. So make sure to watch this video. You will understand every single thing, that how you can use different account. You have to understand that which account you have to use as a voter and which account you have to use as a candidate. So every single thing is working fine, and this is how you have to do the setup of the final source code. I hope this is clear to all of you guys, and that's the only thing I want to cover. I hope you have understood. This is how you have to do. Make sure to do the changes in the environment variable and every single thing would be working fine. So that's the only thing from my end. If you have any question in doubt, do let me know. I'll try to help you on that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.